Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, I'm the host of this podcast that's mine, going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the ground.
Friggin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. Your host, Strider Wilson. We got Aaron on the sticks, dude. What up, Aaron?
What up?
And, dude, if you're on YouTube right now, you already know, dude. But for those of you listening, let me tickle your ears with something dank right now, dude. We got someone extra special in the studio. He's back for more, dude. You know, I was reading the comments, and it was just nothing but stoke-inducing stuff. I'm like, dude, I've been texting him nonstop, dude. Dude, let's talk about something. What do you got, dude? Hit me with topics. Let's get you in here, baby. We got Harmony McElligott back in the studio, dude. What up, dude?
Dude, what up, dude? Thanks for having me, man.
Dude, fired up to have you, dude. Just always freaking stoked. I mean, and today's like, I mean, it's somewhat of I guess you could say it's our anniversary of you coming back. It's like your second time. I know it's not the same date, but.
I thought you were going to say today's 420.
Dude, it is. It is. Dude.
Well,
I mean, look,
man.
I'm stoked on it. I don't even blaze.
Yeah,
I'll
I know,
sometimes
right?
do some CBD. I get too much anxiety, but.
Me neither, man. Who does, right?
There's no officer problem. Dude, are you going to be blazing
This is
today?
coffee, I swear.
Do they put hemp in coffee now or like whatever?
Dude,
like
of course
got all
they
that?
do, man. They do all kinds of ridiculous bullshit
Yeah,
with
dude.
coffee now. Do you want to do that nitro-style turbo boost with the CBD influx? You're
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Is that going to cost me $12? It's like,
It's
yeah.
all good for like
It's like this big of a cup too. It's just like tiny as
Oh.
fuck. It's like an $8 drink, super fucking small.
and you
It's
get
like,
it at a store that's like a word but spelt wrong, like creation with a K,
Oh,
or like
God, dude,
like
yeah.
health but with like a PH XY on there.
Yeah. Stupid. Health. You can't even spell health.
Yeah,
How are you gonna be healthy? You can't even.
Well, we think about it different. That's the thing. Is here we do it different. It's preventative. The problem with the healthcare system, it's reactionary.
It's all
reactionary.
So we're trying to be more proactive, you know?
Exactly, dude.
Rather than defend yourself from a disease, you know, like get in front of it with some of this drink, the Nitro 2000.
Dude, today I'll
It's
be
got CBD influx.
melatonin. Is that the stuff that makes you sleep? No,
Oh, yeah,
melatonin's in
dude.
your skin or
Now,
melanin.
melatonin makes you go to sleep.
Okay,
dude. Take
okay,
a few milligrams of that, and it'll put you to sleep. Your brain produces it naturally, so if you do too much melatonin, it'll get you dependent on it. I believe. So you know you want to like do it gradually or whatever. But if you have sleeping trouble, try some melatonin or some hot milk, dude. Warm up.
Yeah,
some
just a little
milk, dude.
hot milk, warm
dude.
cup of
Get
milk.
that tryptophan, dude.
A warm glass of shut the hell up.
Yeah, I know.
Go
Go the fuck back to sleep. That's the
Is that-
best.
is
That's
that-
really what'll put you to sleep.
Just being, you know what puts me to sleep? Just my parents arguing about me not being the athlete I should have been or not productive. And then I'm just like, I'm not going down. I'm thirsty right now. Could really use a warm glass of milk or just some good old fashioned H2O, but not leaving the room.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to sleep, and you hear like, "It's your fault. He's all fucked up.
Exactly, dude.
You did this."
Then this was probably circa 2001. So what I would do is put on the album Chronic 2001
Oh, nice.
and fall asleep to something like that.
Great album, by the way.
So good, dude.
Classic.
I didn't even know there was an original. As soon as like you were cool in my middle school, you were cool if you knew there was an actual first Chronic, and you're like,
Oh,
"Whoa, you know it's a
dude.
sequel," and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, man. Are you kidding me, dude? The first Chronic album was incredible too, man. Both fantastic. But yeah, that first Chronic album, I remember not knowing what the Chronic meant at the time. I
Right.
just knew that I needed it and wanted it. So I
Yes.
would be like in like 4th grade, just like, yeah. Anybody got some Chronic? All I got is PBJ.
Dude, I remember because I have older brothers. They told me I knew what head was growing up. Of course, never had it, never got it till I was in my 20s, but never was gifted with that experience. But I knew what head was. But then in health class, they're talking about blowjobs and fellatio, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Isn't that like a Shakespearean character?
Yeah, dude.
Fellatio, why have you betrayed me?
He's abdicating a throne somewhere.
So yeah, dude, health class, yeah, they taught you about, did they say blowjob in the class?
Some kid said it. Some kid's like, oh, a blowjob. And then everyone was like, haha. And I was like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. And then the teacher was like, well, you mean like fellatio, or another word for it's that? And I was like, whoa. Because I'd heard it before and always acted like I knew, but I was posing, dude.
You want to know something crazy? When I was in like kindergarten or whatever, I remember if little kids were acting up, if you like were being bad, the teacher would say, if you keep doing that, I'm going to give you the pacifier. And, you know, she literally had like a pacifier that would put and like make the kid like the dunce in the corner with the
Oh, damn.
But nobody ever got it. It was always a threat. You're going to get the pacifier. And at the time, I didn't know what it meant. So I kept thinking she was saying the pass of fire. So it scared the shit out of me. I was like, no, everyone just relax. I don't want the pacifier.
Jimmy's going to have to run a gauntlet of fire.
Whoa,
Like,
no.
It's like, dude,
You're going to get the pass of fire.
dude, that's amazing. Dude, kids' minds, bro, they concoct and say. The imagination is way more powerful.
I don't want to get the pacifier. Then your parents, it's your fault. He's fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. He thinks he's going to get a pacifier.
You did this.
Classic, dude. We both grew up in very healthy households, as you guys can hear.
You got no place else to go. Keep talking. You got nowhere else to go.
Dude, when someone in an argument really lowers their voice on the word me like that, like, look, well, how do you think that makes me feel? Like, you hear that emphasis, you're like, whoa, this is getting twisted. But dude, fired up to have you back, dude. What's cooking, dude? What's cruising, dude? How's your street, dude? You longboarding on that thing, dude? You breaking
Yeah, man,
it in?
dude. I'm fucking still longboarding, dude. Fucking cruising. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's all been chill lately. Fucking, let's see, dude. Fucking car trouble, of course, dude.
Of course.
That's always a pain in the ass, dude. This is crazy, though. So I had some trouble with my car, and I found this mechanic, and they're called Theatrical Auto. You heard of this?
No.
Theatrical Auto. That's like basically where they just pretend to fix your car. They just like put on a whole production. Oh, I do believe it needs oil.
Dude, yeah, dude. This is the
What's
worst.
this? It appears the transmission is out.
He does a monologue on
I know, a whole monologue.
Transmissions.
Then I know I take it, I get it fixed. Then I'm like driving home, and the car breaks, and they find out, it's like a Greek tragedy or something like that. It was meant to happen.
This is perfect for LA, where it's like, instead of being the actor and working on, having their day job as like a barista or a server or a valet, whatever, dude, it's like some good old fashioned mechanic, good style blue collar work. I mean, that's something I could get behind.
Dude, I like that. Even the mechanics are in Hollywood. They're like, well, we're still about it too,
Yeah, like
theater, theatrical.
And dude, that's amazing, dude.
Theatrical auto. The curtains open up and your car's waiting for you.
They do it. They
Like,
yeah.
shh, we're working on it.
You applause when they like get the tires undone. Very well done, beautiful. That's amazing, dude. Oh, this is Bud. Bud's good stuff, man. He's been in the theatrical auto for a long time.
Wendy's
reprising
sick.
his role.
We're gonna bring in her understudy. This is Stephanie. She's
a promising young career. She plays the character in a new way, makes it her own. It's interesting. In any case, that's going to be $1,100.
Exactly.
And if you'd like to make a donation.
Oh, a donation to our theater.
Dude, we were saying, speaking of holidays, it's 4/20.
It is.
But you were saying it's also an anniversary today of something else.
Well, actually, yesterday was the Waco anniversary.
Gnarly, dude.
That's crazy. Kind of a bummer, but, it happened. So it was April 19th, 1993. That was when the incident happened in Waco. For those who don't know, David Koresh was the guy's name. He was actually a musician, too. He had a band and everything going for
Seems
him,
like that's total Manson formula there, sounds like.
Dude, I don't know what happened. He's got everybody to come live with him out in that compound. And what's crazy with him was it was like God would talk to him and then he'd relay the message because he anointed himself. He's like, I guess he's like the incarnation of Jesus or whatever. He's the Messiah, so he's the new Messiah. And so, he would always come up with this stuff, so he came up with a vision, and he was like, so God spoke to me, and he wants all your wives to be with me now, and so you're all gonna have to. So literally, he said all the other men need to like go solo, and their wives are gonna join the house of David.
No way, dude.
I swear to God, dude. So he just basically took all of like, and he's like, and the husbands were like, well, if that's God's will, then that's God's will.
Oh my God.
They're trying to sleep at night, and he's just hearing their wife get fucked by David Koresh.
Dude, it's unbelievable, David Koresh, dude. Hey, hopefully, he was doing a good job. Hopefully, he was doing the Lord's work in the bedroom. You'd like to hope so.
Yeah, you
laying it down nice.
Dude, tragic. Yeah, dude. And he believed he was, the Messiah, And what's crazy was he convinced so many people that he was the Messiah. And there were a lot of intelligent people with like Harvard degrees were like there and stuff. Like, no, he's got a lot of good points. He's the Messiah. It makes sense when you think about it. I'm like, what?
Dude, maybe those people are so smart. They see like the flaws in society. They're like, well, capitalism and this, and maybe we need a dose of communism here, like this and that, but it's all wrong. And then there's this David Cairns guy. Maybe they're not totally convinced at first. And it's like, when we think of that cult stuff, you think, oh, it happens like right away, but it's a slow process on both. But both people have to be looking for something,
Yeah.
But there's like, I don't know. It's like, it reminds me of the, what was the HBO series, the Nexium cult that came out, where they're like, it's like this business cult with the dude.
Nexium.
Yeah, and people were being branded, and who were the big actresses in that, Aaron? Was Allison Mack.
One of the people from Theatrical Auto was in that too. Right?
Oh, dude, there's no question. There's no question. There's a few members of Theatrical Auto.
Yeah,
doing some cult stuff in their free time.
Nexium. I don't know if I quite saw that one. It was about a cult.
It was recent where they were like branding women, and it was obviously became like a sex cult when you get right down to the roots of it. But it was like started out as like a business thing and a self-help thing, and like get your life on track. And
you knew it was a cult because they got everyone to move to Albany.
Yeah, dude. You're moving to places. Yeah, Waco.
And
Albany. Where's Charlie Manson's people? They're in Chatsworth. You're not going out to Chatsworth, dude. I mean, yeah, dude. If you got to go to a different location and communal living alone is enough for me not. There's no way. Look, I'm somewhat open-minded, dude. I'm ready for, some dank changes. But it's like, when you need to ask me, I need to share my toothbrush with someone, or I got to hear another speech from frickin', what's the name of the dude from Waco, dude?
David Koresh.
David's going to talk tonight. It's going to be really moving. I'm like, I'm out, dude. I just want to chill. Just want to watch some friggin' sports,
Dude, you know what? You just mentioned Manson. I just remembered he was also a musician.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Koresh. They should have had a Woodstock with all of the cult bands. You know what I mean? They're all competing, like, of who's the real Messiah or whatever.
That's amazing.
Dude, you know what's crazy is they always talk about, like, how Jesus will return. But I mean, even if Jesus did return, like wouldn't you? I imagine he'd probably be in some like mental hospital, be like, I promise you, I'm Jesus. Why doesn't anyone believe me,
dude? Yeah, like there'll be so many doubting today. Like we were talking about Life of Brian, the Monty Python one, where like that sort of happens. And Aaron, I watched it, and like people think he's a Messiah because it goes into like the complex of the people. You know what I mean? And I think, Harmony, what you're saying is like maybe by large society now is like more. I mean, even though with this whole thing, who knows like where people stand on science, but like we're more inclined as the mass to maybe not follow as much because we've got the online stuff or all that. But maybe the counter argument could be made. I don't know, man. I'm having a lot of contradicting thoughts in my mind as I'm saying this. But in any case, I could definitely see people being like, "Sorry, Jesus, dude, we're following the." Super jacked dude who's like an ex-Navy SEAL. Like his program seems pretty tight. You throw some kettlebells over your head, you eat kale, you go to Creation, and you drink CBD water, and I think that's the way to salvation now. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah, that would be funny if Jesus came back and everyone's like, actually, we're gonna go with Koresh because he's got a really cool band and he sings My Sharona really good.
Is there a way you could turn that water into White Claws instead of wine? That'd be tight. I'm into those now. I don't know. So we got more demands as consumers nowadays, dude. Miracles are happening every day on Amazon, dude. I order frickin', socks and they show up in a drone 25 minutes later. It's pretty impressive, dude. I'm saying I think we've made it, dude.
Dude, that is crazy. The drone delivery, is that a thing now, or is that like just a fantasy, or is that real? Like, do they do that? They deliver with a drone?
Yeah, that's what they're saying is always going to happen. But no, but you can get same day delivery, but it's definitely a dude who's overworked. It's definitely a dude who needs like a pacemaker in his heart.
Dude,
he's like hustled all day.
What if the drone was just like fucking with you, so it starts to lower, you try to grab it and it like goes up, and you try to jump and grab it and it keeps like fucking going up and down and stuff or whatever? Or people try to hit it like a piñata or whatever, man. That's crazy.
Dude, we used to go to this hill when I was growing up, and it was just old dudes. Like when you say drones to me, I imagine like just old dudes flying drones, like looking for conversations. Like, cause I went to go to this hill and it was old dudes flying like model electric planes. And like once they got the plane in the air, like it just kind of like sort of would soar and glide. It was like fishing, you know what I mean? And then after that, I was like, all right, well, now they're gonna teach me a lesson, dude. And I remember I went up there and just friggin' would just watch old dudes fly drones, dude, you know?
That's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good 420 thought to have right now. Like right now, just pass you that, dude, and be like,
Yeah, man, I'll take it.
what lessons did you learn as a young boy, you know, from the generations past?
Yeah, man.
This dude, the colonel, dude. Never knew if he was a colonel or not.
Who?
Could have not been. This old dude that I'd go, because my dad like got into flying like a model plane, but it never got off the ground. So then it would just become about, we'd just meet up with this other dude and he'd fly his plane and then maybe we'd take a turn.
Yeah, man.
It's interesting.
I know, trying to make paper airplanes as a kid, dude, and like they'd always go for like 2 feet and then just go right down into the ground.
Finger football is something I could do though.
Finger football?
Oh yeah, you make the little triangle, dude. You in your buddy's desk sitting right there. I mean, dude, you might get the pass of fire from your teacher, dude, if she catches you doing finger football. You never did finger football? Make a little field goal and then you like do a little triangle with the paper and then
I know
flick
this
it.
one, yeah.
Flick football maybe was what they called it. I don't know. Aaron, did you play?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's legit. Dude,
Yeah. We did the like from Alien where you take the pencil and you go like
Oh,
this in
dude,
the
hell
hand
yeah.
and shit like that.
so good, dude, so good.
Yeah, man, I was pretty good at that.
We would try that with butter knives in my house.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's gnarly, dude.
dude, I dig.
But would
that,
you do it to
dude.
each other?
Huh?
Would you
Oh
ever
no,
get
no,
that
no!
savage?
I'm only good at my. I don't want to. Yeah, I would rather be responsible for my own hand and not somebody else's.
Of course.
Man.
Who's the dude who wants to do it with someone else? That's the guy you got to watch.
Hey, let me give it a try.
Yeah. Hey, I'm playing at Messiah Fest.
Let me touch your hand and
a
hold
free
it.
ticket. Hey. Let me feel the energy.
And then Jesus shows up. I tried it once.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Bad idea, guys.
Bad idea.
Don't ever do. You play this game in Rome. Look out, circa year 0, or no, year 32, dude. All right, dude. All right, we're talking. Speaking of returns, you know, this is how you do segues, guys. I host a podcast. Don't know if you know. August 29th, 1911. Harmony is the one who introduced me to this man's story and everything around it. But for today's historical share, we're going to be talking about Ishi.
Ishi.
The legend of Ishi. And he has a title. What is it? I'm probably going to bastardize it. The last known.
Well, he's the last wild Indian.
Okay, that's the
American
title.
Indian, right?
Yes.
So Ishi was the last wild American Indian known in the entire West. All right? So you want me to just break it down and tell you all about
baby,
Ishi?
let's get into it. I mean, I love it, dude. I say
First of
August
all-
29th, 1911 because that's a spoiler date. So let's just let Harmony get to it.
Bro, let's go back to 1911, all right, dude?
Yeah.
We're chilling in a little town called Oroville, California,
Yes,
right?
dude, yes.
Dude, so fucking, there's like, it's, you know, there's people, there's a town, there's this slaughterhouse, there's cars, trains. It's, you know, it's the 20th century, it's the 1900s, right? So, out of the woods walks a man. His name was Ishi, right? Dude, he comes straight up out of the woods, right? And it was just like, here's the deal with him. He spent the last 40 years hiding alone in the woods, right? Because tragically enough, right, his entire tribe, his band had been completely wiped out and eliminated, you know?
Yes.
And it's actually, you know, it started during the gold rush in the 1840s, 1850s, I guess,
And
you know.
49ers, where they get their name
49ers,
from.
exactly, dude. So basically, there was a band or a tribe called the Yana tribe, and then there was the Yahi, was a band of that, and Ishi was one of them. And Ishi's whole family had everybody he knows had basically disappeared, gone away,
Yes.
and died. And he spent 40 years living alone in the woods, right? Now, what's significant about this is that Ishi's living in a time of Stone Age, right? Now, he's living completely off the land, arrows, bows, everything, right? And when he stepped out of the woods, it would be like taking somebody from the Stone Age and putting them in the future, right?
Yes.
So he comes out and is just like, he sees cars for the first time. He sees like, Western people, houses, and he just came out and he was the coolest guy. He was just like, I'm fucking Ishi, dude. What up?
Dude, exactly,
dude,
bro.
And everybody was coming around. So like these people are like, they turn around, they see this dude and he's just standing there and like, what the fuck, dude? And he's just like, dude, what's up? And like nobody knew, like, could understand what he was talking about and stuff. So they brought in a translator, and it took a long time to get to somebody who could actually, translate. So
yeah, because they thought, because there's people like you mentioned earlier, the Yahi people were truly hunted down. People white settlers would reach out to the government and say, hey, we have a, quote, Indian problem, quote, is what they would say. Yeah. And they would send troops. And so Ishi had every reason. He went and hid in like a, I don't know if it was sacred, but it was like a bear area.
Bear cave, dude.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
he hid in a bear cave.
He knew to go where no one wanted to go.
Exactly.
And he would have, so his contact with these alien people from, elsewhere, settlers, 49ers, whatever, pioneers, Oregon Trail people coming over, were all negative, dude, because they would, and the beef happened because it was just how you could imagine. Settlers are coming over, cows are eating
They're
the
coming for gold. It was the gold rush, you know what I mean? So everyone that came through there, they wanted all that land to get gold. They're bloodthirsty. I mean, they're money-hungry people looking to get their gold. A lot of these natives are in the way, and it was just a tragedy how they just basically exterminated them. Yes. And a lot of them ran and hid. And Ishi was the last survivor of the California Indians that was truly unexposed to Western civilization. So he had spent his whole life there, and he comes out. Then this guy Krober, who's from an anthropologist from Berkeley, he came down, and Krober found Ishi and basically found a way. He found he tried some words and found out, oh, you recognize one of these words, and then they started a bond. And basically, Ishi started to teach Krober about everything about himself and his culture and everything like that. And it was crazy, So like, basically, this Ishi became a huge celebrity now at the time. It was all up in the papers. There were like, this wild man found in the woods and all this stuff and everything. Now, what's significant is he came out. He was super chill with everybody. He had lost everything. And he was like super nice and chill and taught people everything, dude. He's like, fucking teach you how to hunt. I got bow and arrows. I got fucking, deerskin clothes. I'll show you how to make that shit. And fucking Krober, dude, took him back to UC Berkeley and shit. You know what I mean? So this is like close to like, it's almost like, think of like Encino Man, where you take someone who's living in another prehistoric kind of, civilization. He sees like, and he's laughing. He sees cars. He's cracking up at like airplanes and stuff. And what's interesting was Ishi actually means man. So when they tried to find out his name, in his culture, you can't name yourself. Someone else has to introduce you or call you by your name. So he's like, I'm like, man, like the dude. Like,
he goes,
like,
what up? I'm the dude.
I'm the dude, man. It's like,
I love that, dude.
I'm just the man, dude. So like, yeah, man. And what was crazy was like, so Ishi became super popular, dude. He started getting like, dude, marriage proposals coming in.
Really?
For him. Oh yeah, dude. Fucking, dude. Yeah, people were like sending in marriage proposals and shit, dude. Ishi was loving it, dude. Whatever.
Yeah, I knew he was like basically this like a live exhibit. It's like walking in and seeing, which is a sick way to think about it. It's like very alien, Well,
what they did was, the vaudeville people came in and they wanted to showcase him in vaudeville, but then the anthropologists were like, no, dude, he's not a sideshow. We're not gonna do any of that shit, And but basically, Ishi, they taught him everything. They took him back to Berkeley, you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine what it'd be like, but I imagine he'd be chilling with everybody there and like,
dude, I even read one thing where he went with like these doctors like Weber, Pope, and then who was the dude that you said? The main dude is
Krober.
Krober, dude. And those guys, cruised out with Ishi like on a 3-week expedition to his home, like by Orville.
Dude, I can tell you about
and
that.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, what about?
Oh, dude. So that was. Here's what's trippy, right? So like the whole time they were like, "Yo, we want Ishi. Will you take us to your home? Show us what it was like and all this."
Yeah.
And like, so like, what's funny was he didn't want to do it for the longest time, and he kept on making up excuses and shit. So literally so they were like, Ishi, take us to the woods, show us your thing. And he told them like, nah, you don't want to go. And he said like they don't have chairs. They don't have like beds and all that, because he got accustomed to the chairs and beds. He's like, we don't want to go back out there.
He's like, this is nice.
Dude, this is way better. Dude, we got fucking chairs here. So he kept telling him like, no, they don't have chairs. They don't have like beds. There's no, you're not going to dig it, you know, and all this stuff, you know. And they're like, come on, Ishi, take us out there. And then he was like, fine, dude, all right, I'll take you guys. And this is when they were able to start communicating and translating. He would say all that.
Yeah.
So then, you know, eventually he took them out to the woods and showed them like where he lived. He taught them how to hunt. He taught them how to fish. He showed them his harpooning skills and methods and shit. And what's funny was like, you know, he was like, all right, now I'm going to show you how to hunt a deer. And they kept going around, and like, you know, the story says like, you know, they had a hard time finding a deer, and Ishi was like, you know, blaming it on this guy. He's like, dude, it's because of Waterman. They don't like his, they don't like his scent. It's this guy, dude. So literally, they were like, this guy, it's something about him. The deers, you know, they're turned off by his smell. He keeps smoking. And then he's like,
Pope
dude,
won't put the cigarette out.
dude,
the deer can smell
he
the
did that,
fire.
dude. So they like got rid of the guy. They're like, all right, send him. And then finally, he caught a deer. He's like, I told you, it's this
dude,
guy right
exactly.
here.
He comes
Normally, yeah, I'm really good at this, guys.
Yeah, I've been doing it my whole life.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's this guy. They don't like his jacket. Get him out of here.
It's lame. One guy just comes. Yeah,
super
some guy
lame,
comes
dude.
in wearing like a cool. This is my outdoor leather jacket. It's like, all right, dude.
Dude,
Yeah, come on,
that's
dude.
not a fucking jacket,
Yeah,
man,
dude,
dude.
dude.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
man, he showed them how he lived. He showed them, and that's where we got a lot of knowledge about what life was like during that kind of civilization. How one lived in the wild, how he hunted, he made his clothes, how he built his weapons, his, you know, he has like harpoons, bow and arrow, and they would hunt together. And the whole time he's super chill. He's cracking up and laughing at everything, dude. And like, you know, showing people stuff, and they took him around and everything. And, you know, he had so much to give. And what's, you know, he should be acknowledged as, you know, that he's been called the greatest Californian to have lived, you know, should be so, because he literally had everything taken from him, and he gave so much back without, he didn't complain. Like, you know, some people would be like, yo, about you fuckers doing all this shit, you know, like, who can I talk to about that like that? But he like didn't even bring it up. He was just like, you know, all right, what do you want to know? Like,
He's
this,
the man.
that, dude.
And there was something super fucked up, like a part in the story before he walks out into the slaughterhouse where he was first seen in 1911. Like a few years before that, like I think 3 years before that, like his mom was sick and she was dying, and some prospectors, like, and it's not proven, but probably like it's a native woman in the hill. Like there's only so many Yahi people left. And they just jack her arrows in her stuff,
Dude, they
and just
stole their
leave her
tools. Yeah.
everything that he would have needed to survive the winter. And those are probably generational tools.
Dude,
those
it was-
fucking guys
yeah.
took it and
It was
just
super whack.
and
Yeah,
then leave
yeah.
her to die. Don't help her.
I think what happened was, like, what I read was, yeah, they came out there and they discovered a site where they were living, and what we know is they found all their tools and took them, like, oh cool, let's take all these, but they didn't
Right.
like point together, oh, this is what all these people need to, you know,
Yeah,
get on
because they're
iron.
just like, whoa, an arrow or a
Yeah,
fucking look
ooh,
at this
cool.
mortar and pistol thing.
I'll give
like,
it to my boy Bobby. He'll start to respect me and like
He's gonna.
He'll love
He's really
me
been
for
trying to
this.
fill a spot on his shelf, and it's gonna go great there.
Yeah,
for
dude.
Bobby.
Well, then they're
Dude,
like,
yeah,
they all
bro.
come back from lunch. They're like, whoa.
Dude, yeah. Or they scattered. Maybe they probably saw them coming first, and they're like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
these people hunted us down earlier. Let's get out of here.
Dude, yeah, but it definitely, that was sort of the downfall. And then Ishi was the last, and he spent years living on his own in the wild. And then one day he just came out of the woods and he just walked right out into a whole new, into the future. And then they took him to Berkeley. He started living in San Francisco, and he started riding the trolley cart around
Nice.
and like talking to people and having a good time and stuff. And like, you know, and like I say, he was getting marriage proposals, and like I don't know if it's true, but I heard they like caught him like smashing with some chick or something like that.
So maybe
too.
his bloodline has continued too, which is nice.
That'd be
I like to
super
think about
sick,
that.
dude. I know, right?
Yeah.
Could you just imagine some middle-aged woman with a glass of wine? So Ishi, I was wondering if you could show me some of those things of yours again. Like, you know, I've been watching you, Ishi.
Dude, thank God Ishi wasn't one of these, you know, what do they call that complex? Didn't have a God complex, you know? Because he was a celebrity and it could have got to him. Like, he convinces like Waterman, Kroeber, and Pope, like, look, in order for me to really show you how I lived, your wives are going to have to come with me.
I'm the Messiah.
This is how we did it. No, trust me, guys. You guys go find sticks. And we're going to chill in the bear area, the bear cave.
And then the women are like, it's really fine. You guys go off. Ishi's going to take us, show us his bear cave.
Yeah, you know Waterman, Kroeger, and Pope. You know those guys couldn't fuck.
Those guys are like, no, we got to do something to get rid of that Ishi. He's fucking all of our wives.
That's why vaudeville wanted to, Ishi actually just fat hog, dude.
What's that?
Ishi just had a fat hog. That's what they wanted for. Yeah, we understand his past. We understand he's a miracle, and you know, completely can teach us about humanity. Dude, I want to ask you about this. I feel like it's sort of Ishi's scenario here is a Goldilocks scenario in that, and they didn't know much about the Yahi tribe, and you described the Yana people described very well because there's you know different sections of it.
Yeah.
But there was limited written down history from natives. A lot of them were exterminated, so oral tradition can't be tracked down. And in California, it's such a rich land that I feel like compared to other areas, and this is what I said in my other episode, and correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, I'm just trying to get your stamp of approval, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Tribes would be very independent because they didn't really, and they would trade, you know, there was obviously trade, but like, it wasn't like a big Aztec culture where that was the dominating empire because they didn't really need to go and outsource things. Like there was no need for empire building in California maybe because they're like, look, we got fucking sick ass otters here that we can hunt. We got fucking deers. We got acorns that are just fat that we can eat on. So we don't necessarily need to go war with any other tribes. And I'm sure it happened on a small scale.
Well, there were different groups, different bands, different tribes, but depending on your region would be what you did. So if you live by the ocean, then you'd be a maritime culture. That means you're fishing and, you know, you're going using the water. If you live inland, you might be a hunter, or if you're, you know, so it depends, if you're like, you know, growing stuff or whatever it might be. But a lot of them had their own separate thing. There wasn't like a mega city, and you know, to my knowledge, you know, of California, no, there are a lot of separate, and they have separate dialects and languages too. So that as well. But
yeah, and it's separated by these natural resources like the Sierra Nevadas and the Mojave Desert.
Yeah,
so stuff isn't going to really necessarily, or other cultures aren't necessarily going to cross those until you get the Oregon Trail and you get pioneers.
Yeah. That dysentery.
That dude, exactly, bro. Dude, we talked about the Oregon Trail on here, and we're like, dude, let's be honest, bro. I spent all my money on ammo and just went hunting the entire game, and then like Michael got exhaustion.
I know.
In like April, or like you know, Kelly has exactly dysentery.
Yeah, dysentery. Oh, you've got to cross that river, and then you
bro,
break up your wagon in it or whatever, man.
Dude,
I miss those old video games with the little green screen, those little like.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
The song load up.
Yeah, man, those were old school.
Sick as hell.
Yeah, old school computer games were pretty cool, dude. Yeah.
Dude.
Do you remember that one where you could make faces? It would be like you can just put different parts together, like a forehead, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, and like keep switching them around or whatever.
No, I never played that. That sounds sick.
Yeah, where they were kind of Atari-like games too, where you kind of like bounce a little like ball up and it hits the side things or whatever.
Fantastic games to play in a library or
library.
If you're pretending as if you're doing work, that's where you play that type of game. Dude, Harmony, fired up on you sharing about Ishi. I have a great quote about him from his doctor. This isn't Pope from earlier, not the professor. Oh, no. Dr. Saxton Pope. I was referring to him as his last name. So the doctor accompanied them on that trip in the woods. But Saxton Pope wrote on Ishi's death, like many Native Americans, the great, smallpox, but, they don't have city life. So Ishi was often sick. And he ended up dying of tuberculosis, something that, city dwellers might have had a immunity to. But even though that was killing people up until penicillin and shit. But his doctor wrote about Ishi, he said, and picking it up midstream, and so stoic and unafraid departed the last wild Indian of America, he closes a chapter of history. He looked upon us as sophisticated children, smart but not wise. His soul was that of a child, his mind that of a philosopher.
Oh.
I'm like, that's nice, right?
Dude, that is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was a super sweet, nice guy with basically lost everything, but he was super chill and cool to everybody, and he gave so much and asked for so little, you know? So he needs to get more recognition, you know? Like
He might be the greatest Californian. Who else is on that list?
Yeah.
Who else is on that list? Is Kelly
Chad
Slater?
Muska! Chad
Muska, dude, for sure, dude. Muska slipped all the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay, Chili Peppers got
Dude, they're
Travis
sick.
Barker.
Barker, yes. Tony Hawk, dude.
Tony Hawk, of course.
These guys are all sick shredders, dude.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, no, Ishi's at the top for sure, dude. And if he were around today, dude, you know he'd probably be jamming in a band or something.
Of
too,
course, dude. If you, yes,
shredding
dude.
and, you know, skating, dude. Fucking.
He'd be sick. He would tell some sick stories, dude. Get people stoked.
Dude,
and
he
just,
did tell a sick story too. Like they left him alone with a recorder, and they were like, "Just tell a story or talk, dude." And he told this whole story, and it was like, it was a really like funny story about like a duck that falls in love with something else or whatever. I don't know. You might have to Google that. The Ishi story that he tells, or it's an owl, I think. It's but he said it was like a really funny story, and he did all the voices of the characters. So he'd be like, you know, doing the characters of the.
Bro, you spend 40 years alone. You're gonna have voices down, dude.
He's like, and then the owl went, you know.
Dude, yeah. Dude, Ishi had a podcast, bro, before anybody, dude. He went out there and cruised on that thing, dude. What a beast, dude! I want to look that up in here. That's great, dude. And yeah, it's good that we can spread a story like this, dude. I think it's a stoke-inducing story. Of course, you know, rooted in tragedy and stuff, but freaking sick as hell.
It
dude.
is, but if you remember it, and you know, it's important to learn his story and learn about him and learn about his people, you know, because he did give a lot and didn't ask for much. I'm trying to see what the name of that story was.
Yeah, dude, check it out. While you look it up, dude, I think let's move on to our questions section.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, we got one right here. What up, my dog? Writing in for some much-needed words of wisdom and stoke, which you have so kindly graced me with over the years, times and time again. Oh, thank you, dude. My ex-GF and I broke up in October after a year together. That year being our senior year of college and the first few months of the real world, COVID edition. Her and I split up very amicably, with the main reason being that I got a job on the West Coast while she stays on the East Coast. Neither of us have moved to our new cities yet because of the COVID, which makes it harder to get past the breakup for sure, but I'll be moving out soon. We're still in contact through our core squad of friends from the school, and that squad went back to the alma mater this past weekend. Her and I got put back into the environment where it all started, so naturally the flame was rekindled, and we engaged in some romantic activities. Nice. Afterwards, we ended up chatting a lot about our feelings we still have for each other, and it's really putting my mind in a pretzel, dude. In fact, that was the subject line of this email. My mind's in a pretzel, dude. I know it's not the right thing to get back together because of all the challenges and issues that would arise, and her and I are on the same page about that, but there's still this massive chunk of me that wants nothing else than to be with her, which is not very stoke-inducing. Can you please share some dank advice to help me process getting over her and get amped on the new chapter of life I'm about to begin when I make the move out west? Thanks, Legend Anonymous. So, what did you catch that, Harmony, or were you doing your research? Yeah, please do.
Man,
Take a look. It's right here. I got it saved in here.
All right, yeah. Share your thoughts there. Yeah. Share your thoughts.
Dude, I'm just like, I just read Normal People, and I'm like, you guys are just meant to be together. That's where I'm coming from right now. I'm like, Connell, Marianne, I'm like, anonymous dude, and you're a freaking ex-GF. Dude, but here's the thing. They stay together even though they're apart. They're two souls that are meant to be together, and they go out and have these other experiences, and that's fine. You know, we always say, you know, cut ties, move on, get going. But this new book, but then again, it's not a healthy relationship that's being put on there. But I want them to be together so bad. So right now, my opinion is a little biased, and I really want you guys to make this work. But at the same time, you have to, you got to go to your job on the West Coast. You got to make dough. She's an East Coaster. She's got her roots there. That's fine. You're going to go live your life, be open, send some fire emails every once in a while, you know. But pick a lane. You know, gray area is tough. I think I'm saying I want it to be alive, but I don't know if that's the best advice. Harmony, what are you thinking?
So it sounds like they're going separate. They're living in separate locations, but they kind of rekindled when they met up at their old spot, and now the feelings have come back alive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And well, you know, so keep, you know. Are you happy with the? I guess. Do you want it to be done or what? You know.
He's saying at the end, he goes, his mind isn't a pretzel, so it's not made up, and he keeps, you know, going back and forth with things. But he says his question is, can you please share some dank advice to help me process getting over her and getting amped on the new chapter of my life about making the move out west? And I'll tell you,
dude, listen to some Linkin Park.
yeah, dude,
Right?
yeah,
You know,
dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, like crawling in my skin.
These words, they will not hear.
It's all like about those like breaking up and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you know, going my own way kind of stuff or whatever. Like, yeah, dude, that'll help you.
That's definitely going to help you for sure. Your boys, dude, you know, lift. I always recommend lifting. And then when you get out west, dude, crush in and out, bro. You know, it's dank.
Dude.
It's West Coast style IPA.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but no need to like, you know, to have a final separation. Keep in touch, you know, if that flame is there, you know, stoke the fire, whatever, keep it there. But you know, obviously, it sounds like you're both on the same page as far as going your separate ways. You know, in that case, listen to some Counting Crows and
Dude,
you know,
exactly, dude.
Long Simber. You kind of
Coffee black and egg white.
Dude, or you could, well, you know, and if you want to stay together but you're far away, that's when you listen to that, hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
Art, dude. Art is what's going to get you through this, dude.
Dude, it's about having the right tracks.
Great call, dude.
Tracks.
A good mixtape.
It's all about the right music tracks, dude.
Dude, and I'm with Harmony, dude. You know, keep your heart open always. You know, don't close off the mind to anything. Keep the heart open to this old love if it comes back, and then don't be closed off to new love because you don't want to rob yourself of anything. And then if you start hitting it off with a new lady, that's a bridge you're gonna have to cross where you're like, hey, but you can't. It's like you can be friends, you know, but I think you guys are meant to be together, dude. That's all I'm saying, bro. I think you guys are meant to be together. Aaron, what do you got, dude? What do you got? What are your thoughts?
How long were they together? Did I miss that?
They didn't say how long. They did it in college after a year together, so only a year.
Yeah.
And it was college year.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That could change things. I don't know. Yeah, dude, cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Dude. Yeah, Aaron, what do you think on that new light? That's a great question, dude. Only 1 year.
Only 1 year. She's not the only girl out there. You know, you gotta move on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you come back to town for the holidays, she's single, you're single.
Yeah, you guys.
That can happen again, but you know, don't look too hard at it. Like,
you're a beast.
it's just gonna be it could be a hookup if anything.
yeah.
I think that's the move. Put on some good tunes, dude. And then when you guys rekindle the flame, dude, you can play a little bit of a, you know, classic In Your Eyes. Maybe that's actually Falling in Love. I think you guys might want to have some more fun. So I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember that I recall. Dude, all right, here, let's do another one. Yo, Strider. What up, dude? I got this fire chain wallet, and I love rocking it out on Fridays and Saturdays to the movie theater or whatever. But my boys rag on me and ask me where I parked my motorcycle. I mean, I get the chain wallets aren't sick to them, but I love this thing. I skate, and I get good vibes when I skate with it. Can I help my boys understand? How can I help my boys understand or at least be chill about my chain wallet? Late, Sean Waldron.
What do you want to know about his chain wallet?
He wants to know how can I help my boys understand or at least be chill about my chain wallet. Like, basically, he doesn't want to get made fun of anymore. Or is there a way that he can tell his boys? I mean, it sounds like it's authentic to you. I'm saying the fact that I mean, I get them that they're ragging on you if you're like going for a look about like being like a wannabe biker or something. Like, that's lame. But it sounds like you actually like skate in this thing and have some authenticity. So you could just tell them that. But I mean, then again, dudes break each other's balls. So I mean, I don't think there's really any way they're not going to break your balls about it. But honestly, if you just keep wearing it and they're going to eventually accept it.
Or you could just be like, I was born with this thing, so you guys are real fucked up right now. like, whoa, we're sorry, man, we didn't know.
Dude, you got to tell him you couldn't choose it. The chain wallet chose you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's the thing, dude. And
life,
wrong with the chain wallet, dude. That's fucked up for, you know, hey, man, If they don't got one, they don't got one. But I dig a good chain wallet, man.
Yeah, dude, with
That's
some cargo shorts,
dude,
with shorts.
Of course, dude.
Dude, yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Dude, get tickets to go see Lift or
Dude, yeah.
what, Lit.
Yeah, dude, go see Lit. Dude, go to an Imagine Dragons concert with that thing, dude.
Yeah.
Just
Imagine Dragons. Waking up.
bro, what a sound, dude.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Dude, guys are gonna. Anytime you get something new, dude. You know, I grew up with brothers. Dude, if I got a haircut that looked too short or different, all my boys were on my back about it, dude. So it's just how it goes. It's part of them just loving you. It's part of them just being like, do I really know you? Like, if you buy a chain wallet, you're like, whoa, is there a part of you that I don't understand? I think that's really what the deeper essence of them making fun of you is about. And then you can have an honest talk with them. You know, maybe you off-road, and I don't know how old you are. You crush a rock star and you tell them, this is what's up. It's how I feel.
Dude, what if they like pull off an intervention about his chain wallet? You know,
Dude,
like, the real reason we called you today, it's about your wallet. Like, what about it? Like everyone comes out one at a time.
You don't even have cash. You use cards for every purchase. You don't need a wallet, technically.
It's like it just swings for no reason, and you just keep doing it.
You slow us down at airports. You're going through metal. It just
Metal
really
detectors, everything. It gets caught on stuff.
You scraped Troy's Ford Raptor with it on the way in. You don't know that, but it was an electric blue paint job. It was sick, but you scraped it, dude.
Bro, I spent $400 trying to fix that thing.
I went to theatrical auto
They
body.
ripped me off. They fucking ripped me off. They pretended to fix it.
Dude,
Great performance, but fuck. Yeah.
dude. Aaron, you got any advice for Sean, dude? His wallet
I mean,
saga, dude.
the only way you can is just be like the coolest looking rockabilly dude out there. You know, like
Yeah, man.
Be a roadie, dude.
get some docs, get a pompadour going. I mean, just start smoking, leather jacket,
Dude, yeah, man.
do it.
Hell yeah.
Roll up the pack of cigarettes in the sleeve on the arm, you know?
Dude, that's the look, dude. Greaser look,
Greaser,
dude. Well, if you don't know who you are, dive into a look.
Yeah, dude.
And at least you'll figure out you aren't that. If you wear a cowboy hat or be a greaser for a while or, you know, dress like, I don't know, wear hoodies all the time, which is basically what I do. That's the default. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Basically, who am I? Dude, you know?
I dig that, man.
Ishi knew who he was.
Get a
and he
hot
shared that with the
rod.
Yeah,
world.
man.
Get a hot rod, go to a Brian Setzer concert,
Nice.
Reverend Horton Heat.
Yeah.
Ah, dude.
What was that? Jump jiving whale. I got a jump jiving whale. One of those. Yeah, man.
Shit, dude. Dude.
Cherry poppin' daddies.
Dude, that band name,
Remember that,
unreal, dude.
I know.
Wait, their song was, there was like the swing music.
Yeah, that swing music.
Zoot suit. Throw
Zoot
back
suit
a bottle
riot,
of it.
man.
Whoa.
Zoot suit riot.
Zoot.
Dude, remember Mighty Mike Boston?
Oh, dude, yeah, bro.
Dude, just like
They're
the trumpet
Clueless.
guy and everything, man.
Never
There was
had
the
it
guy that
over
just
and
danced.
on
He
yet.
just jumped up and down dancing.
Dude, that would be my
And you know,
position
like
in the
when they're
band.
cutting the check, they're like, "So much do we give Todd?" They're
He
like,
brings energy.
he's good energy. He's got the hops. He's really into each performance.
Would the crowd be dancing if it weren't for Todd?
He works harder than all of us put together.
Look at him at practice. He dances in practice, dude.
okay.
Dude, imagine Linkin Park at band practice.
Yeah.
That's gnarly to think about, dude. Screaming.
I love
Chester,
Linkin
dude.
Park,
R.I.P.,
man.
dude.
Dude,
Beast,
R.I.P.
bro.
dude. Love Chester, dude. That whole band is sick, dude. I love Linkin. I saw them in
Great
concert.
band.
Smoke Fest. I saw them at Smoke Fest years ago. It was like early 2000. Was that 2005 or 4, dude? It was the Smoke Fest or the Smoke Out tour. But yeah,
Hell
Linkin
yeah.
Park was there. I remember that, dude. They were great in concert too, man.
Yeah, what a show, dude.
Dude, what a great
Can't wait to
show,
get back to
dude.
some concerts, bro.
Dude, if your rock band doesn't also have a DJ, you're not doing it
You're
right,
out, dude. What are you? Were you from the '90s?
Dude,
What's going
we're
on?
talking Limp Bizkit,
Yup,
right, dude? We're talking
yup.
Sugar Ray, bro.
Yup.
Dude, remember
Mike
that?
McGrath. Ever heard of him?
A little name, Mark McGrath.
Dude, if he's from California, he might be on the
dude,
list for
I
best
know.
Californians, dude.
It's
But he's from
Ishi
heaven,
and
dude.
Mark
Yeah,
McGrath.
Mark McGrath. Dude, shit, dude. Well, Harmony, thank you, my dog, for gracing us, dude. You got something coming out soon, don't you? What's going on? Where can we see you next and hear more of? What's going on, dude?
I've got
Tell
a
us.
stand-up album hour coming out. Check it out. It's coming out on May 4th. Harmony McElligott, The Struggle Continues. You can get it on all the streaming services. May 7th, it'll be available for download on iTunes. So definitely pick that up, man. It's good, I swear.
It is good, dude. I've seen Harmony. He's fantastic. He's obviously well-versed in history, dude, and he brings the frickin' heat from the stand-up mic. So, Harmony, thank you, my dog. It's been a beast.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
My pleasure's all here. Aaron, thank you, dude. A legend as always on the sticks, dude.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
Listen again, dude. Always write in questions, comments, suggestions. StriderWilsonShreds@gmail.com, dude. Late, dude.
All right.
Yeah.